Leaving the environment doesn't immediately rewire the brain. I made it out of Jersey, but I brought the survival mode with me to Tampa. When your whole life has been about proving your worth to people who want to consume you, an amateur qualifier contest feels exactly the same. You step onto the course, and you're surrounded by judges assigning a numerical value to your body's movements. You tell yourself it's different now because you hold the board, but the panic in your chest is identical. You're still just trying to earn your right to take up space on the map. Yeah, dropping in, dropping out, keep the heart rate peaking. Tampa M qualifier, yeah, the floorboard's creaking. 100 cameras on my face, gotta prove my worth. Like my value is attached to how I hit the earth. Still putting my body on the line for a score. Different stage, different name, but I've been here before. They want the treat, they want the show, they want the bloody neat. A new arena, but it's still an industry to me. I'm mapping out a new trajectory, shiny gold, but putting band-aids on the crater doesn't fill the hole. The clock is ticking and the judges all stare. I'm gasping for a breath through the Florida air. The whole trauma whispers that I'm bound to fail if I don't bleed out on the edge of the rail. I'm in the qualifier, running from the ghost. I know, putting on the bright face, putting on the heavy show. They grade the performance, they quantify the grind, but they can't see the panic that is tearing through my mind. It's a brand new city, but the hustle is the same. Trading in my peace just to elevate the name. I hit the cope and I'm floating in the artificial light, tracing out the angles just to prove that I am right. But every time I land, I'm just bracing for the hit, the lingering paranoia that I'll never really fit. Because worth isn't something that you earn on a ramp. It isn't designated by the logo of a champ. But I haven't done the healing, not to change the disguise. I'm looking for validation in a stranger's eyes. I'm out of track, but the track is in my head, still carrying the weight of the things that he said. The clock is ticking and the judges all stare. I'm gasping for a breath for the Florida air. The whole drama whispers that I'm bound to fail if I don't bleed out on the edge of the well. I'm in the qualifier, running from the ghosts. I know, putting on a bright face, putting on a heavy show. They grade on the performance, they quantify the grind, but they can't see the panic that is tearing through my mind. It's a brand new city, but the hustle is the same. Trading in my peace just to elevate the name. Competition is a drug when you're running from the pain. It gives you an excuse to stay out in the rain. If I'm focused on a trophy, I don't focus on the past. But this kind of momentum was never built to last. I'm charting the territory, drawing up the lines, ignoring all the warnings and the glare of red signs. Yeah, I make the cut, yeah, I push to the next round. Hearing my name echo out across the sound. It feels like a victory, it feels like I survived. But the core of the issue is entirely alive. I'm surviving on the adrenaline, feeding on the rush, using the loud crowd to mandate the hush. I cast the qualifier, I'm moving up the tier, but I'm running out of runway and the edge is getting near. I'm in the qualifier, running from the ghost. I know, putting on the bright face, putting on the heavy show. They grade on performance, they quantify the grind, but they can't see the panic that is tearing through my mind. It's a brand new city, but the hustle is the same. Trading in my peace just to elevate the name. I made the cut, I proved I belong there. But as I walked out of the park, I realized I was still measuring my self-worth by how well I performed for an audience. I was out of the sex industry, but I had immediately thrown myself into a new machine that demanded I monetize my body. The applause felt like safety, but applause is conditional. Reclaiming you means finding a baseline of worth that exists, even when the stadium is completely empty.